So I'm going to have a break. Are we going to have a break? Station break? Hi, welcome back to Celebrate Life, www.celebratelife.me. And for the next few weeks, I'm going to be taking you through what I do to celebrate my life so that you can come along, make adaptations and adjustments, and celebrate your life with me. Because life was made to celebrate every day of your life. And remember, there are always ground rules because once you're going to celebrate life, you have to do it along with everybody else. And there have always got to be rules and regulations in order for us to decide how to proceed. I am going to show you how I proceed with celebrating my life. And I don't expect you to take it hook, line, and sinker. What I expect you to do, take out of it the things that appeal to you, the things that are easy for you to do, and the things that will make you operate. So it's important to understand that when you want to get this information, you gotta be on reggae to reggae radio and TV. All you need to do is get on your internet and you put in reggae to reggae radio slash TV. Any one of them will bring you up to exactly where you are going to be. Now, we have moved our studio. You know, yesterday we were in studio, but today you're in my private studio where I'll be able to take you through my home and to show you all the things that make me able to celebrate my life every day of the week, every moment of every day. And I give you and empower you with the ability to do that for yourself. So let's start with what we're going to do today. Remember, we have several features that we normally do, and I have to keep you aware of what is happening also, because when you finish with me, there are other issues that you need to get aware of. Coming up at 1 p.m., Neil Harvey, our affiliate from Total Tutor. We have interviews with Randall Cunningham, former NFL quarterback. And we saw some of those yesterday. He just came busting into my program. But anyway, he was there and he's going to be here today again. And at 2 p.m., you have Sugar Wayne's show with Sugar Wayne. Who else? So don't go away when I'm finished. Coming up at 1, it's going to be Neil Harvey. And he is our total tutor. Then interview with Randall Cunningham, our former NFL quarterback, and he's going to tell you everything about that game. And at 2 o'clock, it's Sugar Wayne's show with Sugar Wayne. So I'll tell you that again sometime in the, when I'm coming to the end. But now we are going to talk about my show, which is www.celebratelife.me. How do I celebrate my life? And how I can empower you to celebrate your life as well. So, our ground rules have to know that we are on the right bus. Where is the bus going? You have to have a destination, a goal. What is your objective in watching this program? Are you going to reach it? You must know your destination before you start. Because if you get on the wrong bus, then you're going to get to the wrong destination. So you know you're on the right bus, because I am the co-pilot, all right? Secondly, you got to make sure that you know the driver. I'm just a co-pilot, You know what the driver is? My creator. He's the one who drives this bus. So guess what? Him can't last. Him can't go on the wrong route. Him not way back drive anybody else. And you're going to have a great ride. So that's number 2. Rule number 3. What was rule number 3 from yesterday? I can't remember. But I know rule number 4 is you must have fun. I remember rule number 3 now. Rule number 3 says, pay as you enter. No free ride. Everybody has a responsibility towards everything they get involved in. There is nothing in life that is free. Not even salvation. Because Jesus paid with his life for it. So nothing in life is free. Somebody has to pay. And what we are about is about you taking responsibility for your part, so that you can't point a finger at anybody else and say, it's because of slavery, or it's because my mother didn't do this, or my father, me never have no father. Why? You take responsibility for your own actions, and I can tell you this, you will come out glowing. And once you learn to celebrate every moment of every day, there is always what we call a win-win situation. There is no losing situation in my life. It's win-win. And I want to help you to do the same in your situation. So our first area is going to be our food area. Remember, I usually take you through breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, today, I'm taking you through my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because I am on what is called the Master Cleanse Diet. So it's my own adjustment of the cleanse diet, and I'm going to take you right through it and show you how you can do it yourself. Natalie, bring the half gallon of the Master Cleanse mix and a small bottle so I can show them how it works. All right. So this, what is the objective? What is the objective? Just bring it from right here, and I'll just take it from you, right? You're not dressed to go on camera today, but next time I'll make sure you have on your apron and your cap, right? So that you can do it. Natalie, bring the 2 bottles for me, please. Thank you. All right. So here it is. We are going to have a situation where we, thank you, it's not Natalie today, it's Stefana. And she is one of my staff who's doing a great job, has an English degree, a degree in history, but she is invaluable to me because every time I want to spell anything or do anything in English, she is always there. You ever find somebody who can type something and when they finish typing, you don't have to proofread? Well, that is Devana, right? So she is invaluable because her English is perfect and her typing skills are exemplary. So anything you want to put on the computer, you need a Devana, I can rent her out to you. Back to the Master Cleanse. Now, what I do is I make a half gallon of this every day. And it is between 11 and 28 days that you can do this. Anybody can do it. Everybody can do it. What is its purpose? First of all, it is to cleanse all the excesses out of your total system and therefore help your immune system, having removed everything that is negative, to reboot and to just start pumping at number 1 ways. So the Master Cleanser. Now, remember what we are talking about. We have all 4 ground rules. You have to do your part. Secondly, when you come on to doing anything for yourself, you need to understand that everything works with principles. And we're going to look at the principle of health and healing and then see how the Master Cleanser patches into it. 1, the 3 steps to coming back into perfect health are these 3. 1, eliminate. 2, cleanse. 3, re-nourish. That's it. Simple. And it has to be done in that order. Everybody thinks that they can eat themselves back into health. It is not possible. The issue of nutritional deficiencies is only 15% of your problem. If you adjust 15% of your problem, does it significantly impact the rest of your problem or your condition? No. If I have a problem and I'm only addressing 15%, then I cannot significantly impact. So nutritional deficiency only contributes to 15% of your problem. Go forward. The next area in terms of quantity is 35%, and that is your toxicity. That means the poisons that are in your system, the waste that are in your system, the excesses, wastes, and just poisons that are in your system. All of these things contribute approximately, give and take, 10%, 35%. So we talked about nutritional deficiency being 15%. Then we talked about toxicity being 35%. So if you add 35 and 50, what you have left? 50%. What is contributing to 50% of your problem? And it starts with STRESS. Stress. There is absolutely nothing, and that's the minimum amount it contributes. Nothing contributes more to your problem than stress. And so this is why at www.celebrationlife.me, we deal with how to reverse stress. We're not about managing stress, because it's very stressful to manage stress. We are about reversing stress. So stick with us, and you'll be floating around all stress free like me, and you won't have any stress. So 50% is contributed to by stress, at least 50%. Then 35% is contributed to by toxicity or poison in the body. And 15% is contributed to by nutritional deficiency. Now let me break them down a little more, please, so that you understand all the different component parts. One, starting from the smallest amount, 15%. We spoke yesterday about the 5 elements of life. The 5 elements of life are these, and in that order of importance. Air. Say can't live without air for maximum 4 minutes. Water. You cannot live without water for more than 4 days. Sunshine. Boy, I don't know what to do about that one in terms of time. Because there are people who live without sunshine for years, but guess what? They are sick, 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 sick. The other one is earth foods. You cannot live without food for more than 40 days. And the last one is called pulse electromagnetic fields. We call them PEMFs. So that's fresh air, pure water, sunshine, earth foods, and PEMFs. Let me just tell you what the source is from these. First, we know what fresh air is. Air that you get out the door. But say a lot of times when the smog is down and when the car does pass and all the exhaust fumes are around and the smoke from the factory down the road and whatever else is up, you're not really getting very fresh air. So the best place to get your fresh air is under a tree. I don't care if you live next to Riverton, sit it down. You can just go and stand up under a tree and the tree will deposit into your lungs the best oxygen. It's because in the day, most green vegetation really puts out pure oxygen. That is what they put out. What we need to take in. This is why the whole green around is so important. So look here, if you don't have no yard space, get a cardboard box and plant some, just drop some seeds of any kind of tree come up, wonderful, that is you're in the garden. And when you want to breathe in fresh air, just go put your nose into it, right? Fresh air, that's your best source. Stay close to green vegetation, and as it breathes out the oxygen, you suck it up. And of course, the alternative is just absolutely important too, because as you breathe out the carbon dioxide, then the tree sucks it up, because that is what it takes in. Now, let me just make a little clarification here. What we breathe out is not pure carbon dioxide. We are breathing out all the poisons, the chemical poisons that our bodies cannot use in our exhaling. That means that carbon dioxide is usually the most potent or the one in most quantity in our out breathing. So don't think it's just carbon dioxide, right? And the same thing for the breathing in. Oxygen is the major, pivotal, most important component in the breath that we need to take in. That's the air. Then we move on to the best source of water. Right. Best source of water. Coconut water, good for your daughter. It's not just good for your daughter, it is good for the males too. Coconut water is the best water in the world. And next to it, we will get spring water, real spring water. But guess what? the water is as good as where the spring is running. So you need to know where your water coming from, and that people are not dumping things in the river upstream from where you collecting your water. So that's sort of have a little. This is why we need to have a little purification process. And the two processes that I recommend are distillation. It's called steam distillation. And when you use steam distillation, what you do, you can do it with your kettle, you know. You get a kettle, you fill it up with water, and then you put a little hose on the spout, so that when the steam come up in the spout, it run along the hose, condense back into water, and then it shoot the end of the hose back into a glass bottle. You know those old, what you call it, wine bottles, and you just put the hose back in there, and you have a distiller. A real distiller costs about 2,000 US, and will probably give you about 1 gallon of water every 4 to 6 hours. So use your kettle, right? That not costs enough. And what has happened is that all the impurities are left behind in the kettle, and only the water, the pure water that condenses, first of all, vaporizes into steam and condenses back into water, will be dripping into your glass bottle. And voila, distilled water. Now the other one is to have a reverse osmosis treatment system. Now you can get a little one that you put on your sink, right? Or you can go to a water shop where they use the reverse osmosis system. Now I recommend that you do not take any water or buy any water that has any added feature, because if you add anything to your water, you are going to prevent it from doing what it is supposed to do. You are supposed to have the emptiest and purest water for water to be effective in your program. The purpose of water is that it needs to take into itself, it needs to absorb into itself all the inorganic chemicals in your body. And when you do that, then you get rid of all your poisons in the liquid state. So your water needs to be empty water. Don't want to buy any water that have added X and added Y. The purpose of water is not to feed you nutrition. It is to remove the poisons that are in liquid form in your system. Water done. Next, the third thing is that you must get enough sunshine. Everybody says, well, you get cancer from sunshine. Lie. You get vitamin D only from sunshine. That too. But one of the things you need to understand from the elements of life, each of them gives you vitamins, minerals, protein, chlorophyll, and enzymes. And your enzymes are slash the same thing as your energy, or your PEMFs, pulse electromagnetic fields, because the pulse electromagnetic fields will give you what you need for energy, as a catalyst, as the thing that drives you. Energy, right? Okay. So those are your 5. But it's important to understand you get all of these elements, all of these components from each of the elements in life. So you get, think about it, from water, you're going to get vitamins, minerals, protein, chlorophyll, and enzymes from pure water. Same thing you get from proper air, pure oxygen, especially the one coming out of the tree. And of course, your sunshine. And your sun rejuvenates, heals, stimulates. I just love it. I love to just sunbathe. And that's one of my healing processes. When you have something wrong with you, make sure you're getting your 2-hour sun. That is how much you need. More on that later. So, number 4 is your earth foods. I never said foods. I said earth foods. And foods are only therapeutic when they are coming straight off the tree up out of the ground. End of story. You do anything else to them, short of cutting them up, chopping them up, drying them, pureeing them, mixing them with other whole foods, and you will lose their therapeutic value. So the only way foods have therapeutic healing value is when they are not altered, especially by heat. They must not be altered and they must not have any chemical added to them, as in preservative or food coloring or emulsifier or what's the other one? Food coloring, emulsifier, deodorizer, or I've covered before. The four major poisons that are put into food to put it on a shelf are preservative. Then there is food coloring to make it look pretty. If you know how much food coloring is in all the cheese X's and all the corn X's, you think it stay naturally yellow like that? Is food coloring make it yellow? Okay. So the food coloring is number two. The preservative is one. The preservative, I used to have an Aki factory, okay? And I understand that when you put a preservative in, it stays in there for 2 years. All tin stuffs usually have a 2-year lifespan. Now, what usually happens is that when you have a 2-year lifespan, if you buy the thing right after it has been manufactured, and usually there's a 6-week to 8-week when you have the standards organization testing it for microbes and blah, 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 blah. So it don't get to you until at least 2 months after it has been originally canned. Now, you now have 18, 24 is 2 years, so you're talking about 22 months of poison still in the can. So when you eat that stuff, you get wonderful flavor from freshly canned stuff and 22 months of poison, which is what a preservative is. It is a poison that is put into the tin to poison any atoms, any bacteria, any pathogens that come up in it. So the best way to preserve anything in a tin is to kill it dead. So you can't get live food out of a tin. It must be dead food. And the purpose of preservative is not to give it shelf life, is to give it shelf death so that it remains dead. When it starts to come alive, the tin will start to blow. That means it starts to puff up. So it means that the bacteria in there have started to multiply again. Watch it. Know what you're putting into your body, right? Where on earth were we? Sun. Then we were talking about earth foods. So that is why live food, or what we sometimes call raw food, is the only thing that has therapeutic value. Total therapeutic value. Moving on from there, earth foods to PEMFs. Now, PEMFs is the energy that is contained in the earth and its environments, the whole solar system. And that's where we get our energy from. But how are we going to get the energy into you? Well, the easiest and quickest way is to walk barefoot on the ground. No matter worry about, I'm going to get worms. You know, that's what we used to be taught as children. Put on your shoes, you don't want to get worms. Well, guess what? I have a whole heap of worms, right? And if you have worms, as does everybody else, otherwise called parasites, then there's a way to get rid of it. I told you about it yesterday. Eat the pawpaw seed. And once you eat the pawpaw seed, the gel around each seed suck up the parasites in the digestive tract and then take it out into the toilet. So when you have your bowel movement, make sure you look and see what's coming out, because that's one of the major ways of moving the toxins out of your system. We're not going to talk about the whole excretory areas today, but moving on to make you understand how the PEMFs are in your everything else outside of walking on the ground. I think it's time for me to take a look at my master cleanser here, right? And this is my single portion, which I have every hour when I'm doing this program, which I'm on now. So I took one about a half an hour before I started, and it's time to take the other one now. Mm. Mm. Now this is close to room temperature, which is how you're supposed to have your beverages. Anything too cold, will cramp your brain, freeze it. And if you're having a headache when you drink something cold, don't do it again. So if you freeze your brain, then everything else stops working. You must understand that when you have something cold, your body has to bring it down to body temperature before it can metabolize it and neutralize it. See if you got something too hot. Plus, when you're having something hot, and you go and suck it in, you know what you're sucking in? Air. And then afterwards, you belch and say that it's the hot thing, bring up the gas. It's the air you just don't suck in. In other words, when you're having hot tea, make sure that it is not so hot that you have to sip it. You need to have all your beverages in a drinkable form. If you sip and put in your tea, you are also pulling in air, which will later be expelled as flatulence or expelled as a burp. Got me? Wonderful. All right, let me finish drinking this. Down the hatch. Now this, let me put it this way, this was 12 ounces of my master cleanser, which I started off the program with. I'm going to end the first half with how to make it for yourself and what it does. That, incidentally, is 12 ounces of cane juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice, and half a teaspoon of cayenne powder. Sometimes I make it with scotch bonnet. But I'm here to tell you, that is the best cleanser in the world. The recipe is some 500 years old. And we are going to be bringing it to you, how you can use this master cleanser that has been adjusted a little bit by www.celebratelife.me so that you can deal with it for 11 to 28 days. The minimum of 11 days, the maximum of 28 days. But if you have gone through the 5 elements of life and you're understanding now. So let's get back to the master cleanser. Master cleanser. As it says, it is the master of cleansers, the cleanser of cleansers. This is not something to give you diarrhea. It is not something to cleanse your kidneys. It is not something to cleanse your lungs or your liver or any other of your mucous membranes or your lymph nodes. It is a cleanser to cleanse you at the cellular level. So if you have any waste on you, as in toxins in your system, or waste as in excess fat, excess weight, this is the way to go. And you make it yourself. You don't have to go buy no diet pills, diet this, diet that. No way. This is the thing because it works. I have been on this one for about 4, 5, 6 days, right? And I've lost about 5 pounds in the right places, and it's just wonderful. So that's why I'm going to be on it for just 11 days because I only need to lose 11 pounds. And I may or may not lose it, but that's not the important thing. The most important thing is that it is clearing out all the excesses, not just body fat and weight, but it's clearing at the cellular level. And this is why you have to keep to the right combination of products. It has to be working on all your organs at the cellular level. So once you clear at the cellular level, in fact, once you do everything at the cellular level, you will always get excellent results. So what I do is that I mix, you can do 6 to 10 glasses of this thing. What I had was the equivalent of a glass, which was 12 ounces, again, of cane juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime juice, and you could use lemon, and half a teaspoon of cayenne powder. Of course, I prefer it much when I use my own Scotch bonnet pepper, or I use my bird pepper, which is a Jamaican cayenne, right? So you can do those substitutions, but that is the formula. 12 ounces cane juice, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lime or lemon juice, and half a teaspoon of cayenne powder, or better still, Scotch bonnet, or our own bird pepper. Right. So that's 1 glass, and I have 6 of them a day. If I start at 6 o'clock, I will do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then I have in the evening 1 light meal. I may have a salad, I may have a baked potato, and that's not Irish potato, that is called sweet potato, the best potato in the world. And in fact, it is the only grown provision that I really eat and that I really like. I will do other stuff, but that's it. I'm not a young lady, right? So that's not the only thing that gives you the ability to run fast, right? And there are so many other things that we have in our diet here in this wonderful land of Jamaica, which I'm going to be disclosing as we go along. I'm not going to tell you about the others. Today I'm focusing on the sweet potato. It is the best thing in the world. Chock full of antioxidants, etc., etc., etc. Tastes great. You can bake it, you can boil it, you can broil it. You know you can eat it raw? Let me tell you how you eat it raw. You want to eat it raw? Then first of all, you get a good potato and you scrub it clean so you get all the dirt out of it, the crevices. Remember that most of these things are best used in the skin. When I'm baking or boiling or cooking my sweet potato, I just keep it in the skin because that is what has most of the nutritional value. Look at this color of the skin, you see darker than the inside. That is one of the clues. It's more intense than the inside. That is one of the clues. Anyway, back to the sweet potato. To eat it raw, you grater it now. It's not great. You can either grater it or you can shred it because it's sort of hard to grater. But if you're making potato pudding, you don't grate it. So you could grate it or you could shred it. And then you soak it in some purified water. Remember, you can soak it in coconut water if you want to. You can soak it in distilled water or you can soak it in reverse osmosis water. What is reverse osmosis water? I didn't tell you before. This is water that has been purified by a process of reversing the osmosis. What is the osmosis? When something is chock full of something, it is saturated with it, you call it. It is osmosis. That is the osmosis process. The process of soaking up things into it. Now, reverse osmosis is the process of removing the deposits from in the liquid. Let's just put it that way, okay? So the reverse osmosis plant, if you want to call it that, carries the liquid through 3 filters, and then there's a brain, sometimes called a membrane, that detects any little pathogens or deposits that are still in it, and then it takes that out. So usually they say that this is 99.9% effective, while the distillation process is 100% effective, because this is a natural process and it does not carry any of the pathogens in it. So this is the problem of drinking boiled water. People say, oh, we boil water. Boiled water, don't cut it, because guess what? You have boiled water, you have killing pathogens, but you are now having, instead of having live pathogens swimming around your water, you're now having dead pathogens swimming around your water. And you know, if you have dead things in any environment, especially a moist environment, then they are going to produce more pathogens, as in rotting. So please remember that boiled water, if you want to boil the water, put a hose onto the spout of your kettle and lead it into a glass bottle and you will have distilled water, which is the best water for the purposes of pulling the poisons out of your system. So back to the master cleanser now. I make a half gallon, and out of it I get approximately 6 glasses of this thing, and I have it, and then have a light meal in the evening. Now, if you would like to do a more radical master cleanse, and all of this is wonderful for your body, you don't feel hungry, you don't have any headaches, you don't have any of the detox crises that people have when they're detoxing. You don't have any vomiting, you don't have any diarrhea, you don't have any excess sweating. It is just absolutely wonderful, wonderful. So here it is, you have 6 of these, or you can have 10 of them during the day and you don't have anything else. I have a girlfriend who lost 28 pounds in 28 days. She didn't lose all of it at a pound a day, but at the end of the time, that was it. And during that time, you can exercise, you can keep your muscle tone going so that you don't start to sag when you've lost so much weight. And it works, it works, it works. So that is it for my whole food area, right? Remember that you can do this too at home, and everything we talk about on this program is available for us. So, from us. So, remember, it's www.celebratelife.me. And when you go on that website, you'll see all the contact information, but more importantly, you will see myriads of articles and links into thousands of pages that can give you information about everything concerning health, wealth, peace, love, and joy. Okay, I think I need to know. Wonderful. It's so important that I'm just getting my little notes from my producer here. 50 minutes to go. I could not believe I spent so much time on this. I gotta hurry up. Right. So remember, reggae2reggae.com is the place to go to. And incidentally, if you want to get in touch with us, just get on your email and send us some information on info@reggae2reggae.com. You got it right. info@reggae2reggae.com. Call us, tell us what you want us to cover on the show. Tell us what you liked about the show, what you didn't like about the show, what you want more of, what you want less of. But I hope it's not me. But I'm here to give you exactly what you want. So remember, it's reggae2reggae.com. And you can also put in your search engine reggae2reggae radio/TV, or reggae2reggae radio, reggae2reggae TV, whatever. You're going to get us, you're going to get patched into us anytime. Another thing I want to remind you of is that when you go back into our site, you can pick up and replay all those programs that were there during the day, or just go back into our archives and you can pick up this whole program and share it with your friends. So we are also going to be offering, if you want us to give you a copy of the program, you can call us, email us, and just ask for it. What was the date of the program? Who was the presenter? And that applies to all our programs. So if you are a King I fan, remember that you can hear King I. If you are a Sugar Wayne fan, then you can get his program and listen to it all night. In fact, you can just log on and listen to it again and again and again. If you are, who else do we have here? Oh, Neil Harry. If you want to do that, you can get his show again. And of course, the tutor, that is the tutor, the total tutor. So remember, this is a place where you can get information, you can get training. It's all there. And then I want to introduce to one of my other sites, right? Where you can get into Celebrate Life. It's called That Book TV, right? It's not a competition to this. It is my site, Fat Book TV. And you can get all the other alternate remedies and views and all sorts of different places that you can, patch into. But what is great about Fat Book TV is the fact that you can go on and tell your story. You just sign in as a free member, tell your story so that others can sign in and get the benefit of your story. What challenges do you have in the health area? And this is not just your physical health. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to just trim off a little of your emotional problems? Do you want to move from dysfunctionality into functionality? Are you having challenges in the financial area? Because we address everything. It's almost synonymous with celebratelife.me. Because once you get into these sites, not only will they give you solutions, but they will empower you so that you can empower other persons. So get onto your computers, get onto the smartphones or any other kind of device that you can get onto the internet or online. Go to the library, get to an internet cafe, book an internet cafe for whenever Reggae to Reggae's program is coming on that you want to hear. If you don't have access to a computer, go into a public city place and log on. Remember, it's reggae2reggae.com, where you hear the best in Jamaican music, lifestyle, everything that Jamaica has to offer is yours on a plate from reggae2reggae.com. So we have some talk shows coming up. We have some night talk coming up. We're planning on that, where you can just tune in any time of night, and we'll be discussing issues that are very, very important to you, to your personal development. Issues that will empower you to take back your power from all these entities that you have given it to. Don't give your power to your boss. Don't give it to your parents. Don't give it to your wife, your husband, your children, your environment, your neighbors, your pastor, or the politician. Now, all of these wonderful people have their roles to play. But you must not give your power to them. You need to take your power and decide how you're going to use it. Because you have been given personal authority to rule and reign in your sphere, in your area of influence, in your environment. Listen to me. We are created in God's image, right? And once you were created in God's image, part of that image is the creative force that we have been given. Now, if I have been given creative force, which starts in the mind and is given power through the mouth, then I need to watch how I use my mouth. I just got to add advertising a new program at one of our universities in NLP, right? That's neuro-linguistic programming. Now, I've been training in neuro-linguistic programming on my another network that I have a weekly program on. And on that network, we have been teaching people how to use their linguistics to program their neuro. You know what neuro is? N-E-U-R. You know, your brain, your mind, all of that section. So the answer is this. Anything you want, you have to learn how to program your whole nervous system by the use of your mouth. And look here, whether you learn to do it or you don't learn to do it, you are doing it because you shall have what you say. And we don't understand that the things we say without any intent all will come to pass. You shall have what you say, and life and death is in the power of the tongue. This is why I speak celebration on myself every day. That's the only way I can celebrate life. Because when something pop down and something go bad, I just speak celebration. And I will have celebration. So it's not what happens out there. It is how I respond to what happens out there that will determine my reality. So people say, Sharon, oh, you love to live elsewhere. It's as if you're not living in reality. I said, darling, I create my own reality. And you can too. Are you living in circumstances that you don't want to be in? Create your own reality. You don't have no money? Create your own reality. No, I'm not telling you to go print the money, you know. Okay, because that's not the objective here. You pull to yourself the things that are to your benefit. You reject those things that are not to your benefit. You need to live in an environment of win, win. Not because you win, I must lose. We can both win. And that's the purpose of Reggae to Reggae. Right? We are here to show you how do you get on a winning roll. And part of it is by celebrating everything that happens to you. If you wake up tomorrow and you realize, oh my goodness, my big toenail has grown 1/8 of an inch, you know that is something to celebrate about. Because guess what? If it wasn't growing, then you would be on the way out. You're dying. Right? So the fact that we have change, movement in any way, just keeps you on a roll of knowing that you are improving, you're getting better. Yesterday was great, but tomorrow is going to be greater. Every day I exceed what I did yesterday. Every day things get better and better. So we need to wrap up now, and we have 5 minutes to go, and it's been absolutely wonderful being with you today because I just enjoyed myself. Because yesterday I was struggling because I wasn't familiar with the environment. Now I'm celebrating in my own home, and I have my little friend with me, and all my creature comforts around and comfortable. So now I can go ahead with what I need to do. But before I want you to remember, stay logged on, right? Remember, we have some special things coming up. Coming up at 1 o'clock, Neil Harvey, our affiliate from Total Tutor. You want to learn something? Make sure you're here at 1 o'clock. Interviews with Randall Cunningham. You guys who are in NFL. I don't know anything about this, you know, but I know that in Jamaica we have some NFL people. When it coming on, them can't even hear you. You're talking to them and them just glued to the game. But he was an NFL quarterback and he's going to be interviewing interesting persons. And he comes on almost every day. And at 2 o'clock, we're going to have Sugar Wayne Show. So I've been talking about sugars yesterday. You gotta hear this sugar because he's really a sweetie. What is to have to tell you about now? Stay logged on. And remember, we're going to be having something coming up to advertise your and to showcase your products and your talent. So, whether you're going to log on to reggae2reggae.com or to Fatbook TV or to celebrate.life.me, boy, I hope you don't get overloaded with information. But remember that we're just here to empower you. And when you become empowered, make sure that you empower those around you. Life is wonderful if you celebrate everything that happens to you. So I'm going to end with one of my exercises, right? Because you'll notice that I have all the outfits showing my shoulders, right? Everybody has a good area, right? Now, I'm not here telling you, say you must advertise your good area. But if it is one that is above board, then you need to find your good area and cover up all the bad areas. I could not show you the abdominals or other areas that are suffering from cellulite, but here are the shoulders, right? And I'm going to show you how I get them like that. I have to turn my back. I find a grill in my house. Mr. Producer, you can see me? Right? Because I need to know if they're getting the exercise right. Wonderful. And I can do this on the door frame. You can do it on the door frame or you can do it on the grill. I stand away from it and you make sure you sink your back. Here we go. And then you bend your elbows. Bum, 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 bum. And you keep going lower. You keep going lower and lower and lower so that you are able to do what you need to do. Bring me a pledge. I want you to go and get your national pledge so that we can, yes, we can end with that, because let me tell you something. It is the best pledge in the world. And I do have on my glasses, but I'm going to try to read it for you. Jamaica's national pledge. If we can keep to this, we will be the best persons in the world. It says, before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body, in the service of my fellow citizens. I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in beauty, fellowship, and prosperity, and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. I have one of these as a giveaway today. Anybody who emails in or calls in or contacts us in any way, we will have one of these for you free, and we'll tell you where you can pick it up. So call us. It is a card with a map of Jamaica, and I'm going to do a program. You all see here the thunder? Oh my goodness. Woo! We're going to have a wonderful shower of rain. But remember, you have your part to play. So let's just keep the pledge up and let's just practice it every day. Shalom. 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 And see you tomorrow, same time, same place, on Reggae to Reggae radio and TV. Tune in and get as many of your friends. Send out an email to all your contacts. You've got to listen to the show. And remember, you can also log on to reggae2reggae.com and get a replay. See you soon. This was wonderful sharing this time with you. So we're going to do something for them. Do something for them.
There's no answer, only war and when you ask answer. So you say do something for them, only me alone can do something for them. Only me alone can help them in this time. And me say do